Hey Scott, thanks for using Racers360 again. So we're going to go through your video here, turn the volume down a little bit. So let's get going with the first part of it, and I can start annotating here. Fast forward, alrighty. Alright, so here's going to be the green flag of the first run. So nice start, good acceleration. Move this a little bit so we can see the throttle. Good through here. So at this section, let me just back it up. Little bit here. Come on. There we go. Now it's going. I would like to have seen you just get down to this apex and really apex here and then let it drift out wider for a proper double apex. We kind of missed the apex here, and when we do that, we tighten the radius of the corner, and we can't roll enough speed or as much speed as we normally could through here. And I know it's right away. It comes at you fast. So to me, I think because we just started the lap, we haven't adjusted our eyes fast enough, really. And that's why we're missing the apex right off the side of the lap. So I think we can work on trying to get our eyes where we need them right away as soon as we go out there, and that'll help you get up to speed faster. So if we go through this, let me just clear the drawing a little bit, come back here, start going back to speed. So we missed that apex. You can see there about a half car width or so. Let's go a little bit further into the corner. So here, now we're turning back into it. Okay, so right what we're going to see here is we have a decently late apex here, and that means you have to turn harder to get down to this apex. But we have plenty of room on exit if we go a little bit forward here, and we end up not using all the road. So what I'd like to see you do is focus on rolling more speed here. Go a little bit closer. Here, actually having an earlier turn in, let the car take a sit and try to commit to full throttle. Get those eyes out on exit. So if we look like, let me draw your line really quick. So we're kind of going like this and then having a very late sharp turn in. I'd like to see you kind of have this smooth arc coming out of the previous corner. Oops, let me undo that one. Try this again. And then have an earlier apex, open those hands earlier, use all of the track on exit. You can see you end up actually having to kind of make a correction on exit, trying to save the car, which was totally not necessary. So right now, we need to be making sure our eyes are up, looking at that exit where we want to place the car, not where we're going. You use your peripheral vision for the apex here, but really we're focused. Our eyes are always looking here, and that will help you to open those hands. So if we watch right here, look, we're really turning hard right now. So I want to see your line really open up, use all of this road out here where we're really turning hard and kind of pinching the exit here. And that's normally a low eyes thing. And you can see you have to make a correction. So you're really hurting, you're binding up the car by having so much wheel in it. So really focus here on getting those eyes up on exit. Use all of the track. That's free time for you there. And that'll really help you down this middle straightaway here. So going a little bit farther forward so you can see how much room we have over here to the left. Really use all of this track. Okay, so back to mouse, play it, okay. So we're setting up here. This looks good, nice brake zone, aggressive, nice, good apex here, go into throttle, kind of a funky corner. So the only thing here I would say, I think you're great on entry, I think you're great on mid-corner. You really aggressively move it back to the left, and we want to get it all the way back to the left to set up for this next right-hander, but I think we can do it in a much smoother way. Let the car be a little bit more free and then work it back. So your line kind of comes here, and then immediately you come, actually, let me undo that one. Okay, so you come here, and then you really aggressively come back this way, and the cars really just don't like this. I'd like to see you kind of be more like the green line, a little more gentle, use a little bit more track to about this point, and then work it aggressively back to the left. I think you have plenty of time to do that, and you bind up the car less. You want it to be a flowy motion and not pinch it down and bind it and scrub speed by having so much wheel in the car. So I think that's not worth a lot of time, but it's that mentality throughout the whole track. It will start to add up, and right here you also are going to overheat your tires a little bit by scrubbing that speed and really pinching it down versus letting it be free. So we end up I think you'll end up in the same place, maybe about here. So just slightly later than you are, but that's still plenty of time. So right here, we're missing the apex a little bit again there, and that pushes us out wide. So let me go back just a little bit. So keep going, keep going, keep going. All righty. So I would like to probably see your right side tire right around here. Hug that line just a little bit longer. Roll a little bit more speed. The other thing I want to point out here that we talked about previously is we're not at the apex yet. And look, we're already going to throttle. So we're overslowing this corner. I think we're braking too early and too hard. So what I'd like to see you do is roll more speed out of that previous corner, open those hands earlier, be a little bit smoother. Try braking either later or deeper, and remind yourself, we don't want to pick up that throttle before the apex. And that'll help you really start to roll more speed. And what you're going to have here is less understeer on exit. So if we go a little bit farther forward, what we're going to see here is we went to throttle and we got off the throttle. And that's one of the biggest things we never want to do. When you go to throttle, you take the weight off the front. And once you go to initial throttle, you never want to have to crack all the way off the throttle. So you always want to remind yourself is when I pick up this throttle, I need to be certain that I can open those hands and start going. So once you get to that throttle, really try to commit to it and never have to get off of it. And I think what you'll end up doing is you'll roll more speed initially. You'll get to initial throttle later. But by this point, I think we'll be able to commit to full throttle. We're still working on getting to full throttle. So try to roll in that speed, delay that initial throttle, and that'll help you get to full throttle earlier. Open those hands on exit. Go a little bit farther forward here. Nice use of all the road there. I like it. This corner here, nice full throttle. Again, we're not using all of the track here, and we're kind of pinching the car. Really focus on using all of the track on exit there. It helps you not pinch the corner on exit, and that'll really start to help you. So use all that road. We end up on the left side of the road either way. It's an eye thing there. See here, nice apex. Again, look at this on exit. You kind of, let me back it up just a little bit here. We go here. I would like to see you open your hands, and we're going to watch this in full speed again. We're going to see right here, we pinch the car. We're turning too hard here. Open those hands. Use the road on exit here. Really get out and use the road where we kind of look more like this. And that pinch just kills the speed. So really consistent here on this lap. We really want to get those eyes up on corner exit, open those hands earlier, delay that initial throttle a little bit, and once you commit, never want to get out of it again. And I think that'll really start to help you everywhere. That's going to apply to every track. So that's going to be really important. But overall, really nice lap. So in our next video, we'll break down the next format, and then also on the full track. We'll split it up into 3 videos for you.